4% Trader welcomes you to our most important module in trading, that is the risk management. In this section, we will highlight some of the most common mistakes a trader does and the discipline you should follow for a successful trading career. Before we proceed any further, I request you to please read our key terms of use on the slide by pausing the video now. Or, you can also choose to read the full conditions from our website and agree to it before watching the video ahead. Simply put, risk management is just a set of rules to follow before entering the trade, while in the trade, and after you have exited the trade. The most common myth amongst traders, especially the retail traders, is that having a good trading system is the only critical pillar for successful trading. Whereas in reality it's no more than 20% impactful in your overall trading performance. The single most important factor that will decide your success in trading is the risk management plan you follow for your trades. Remember, all the risk management practices put in place is to avoid only one thing: big losses. That's it. We won't discuss the entire list in detail, as there can be a lot more than what we have highlighted, but I really hope some of these make sense to you, if not all. So, let's look at some of the most obvious mistakes a novice trader typically makes. The most common trading blunder many traders do is to trade against what the chart are telling you. If the price action analysis is telling you to get out of the trade and take the losses, then just take it. Don't pray and hope that the trade will somehow come into your favor. Another common mistake is to average down a losing trade. Let's say you bought a stock at 100 with 92 as your stop loss, and now the stock is trading at 90. So, instead of taking your stop loss, you decided to buy even more quantity of the stock to bring your average cost down. If you are lucky, the stock may rebound and you make some profit, but if it doesn't, then you take an even bigger loss. Remember, all it takes is one trade to go completely against you, and your trading career is over. I always believe that it's a lot easier to follow your rules 100% of the time than following it 99% of the time. Simply because, once you have broken it, it's easier to break it next time, and the next time, till you end up taking a huge loss-making trade. So always stick to your rules, no matter what. Another common mistake, even an experienced trader can make, is to keep switching from one trading system to another, instead of sticking to one well-tested trading system for enough time to master it. The more often you switch your trading system, chances are that more confused you will become, and more money you will lose. In stock market, excessive and unnecessary trading is not a wise thing to do. What usually happens is that these extra trades ending up in making losses, and your overall trading performance goes down, thereby denting your confidence. In fact, I would say that trading less and doing nothing most of the time is the most sensible thing to do in trading, especially in derivatives market. So trade only when you need to. And lastly, you have to learn from your past mistakes. Once made is a mistake, twice made is foolishness, and made again will eventually cost you your trading career. At 4% Trader, we just combine all the risk management principles together into 5 core disciplines we must follow, no matter what the situation is. And as long as you stick to it, I am confident that you will be off to a good start to your trading career. So, the very first thing to know about yourself is discovering what kind of trader you really are and what kind of trading style suits your personality. So ask yourself this: which trading style comes naturally to you? Is it intraday? Is it swing trading? Or is it more of an buy and hold approach? Also, can you follow your trading rules all the time? Or you are just very eager to enter the trade and get into action all the time, even if your trading rules doesn't allow it? Do you get emotional and nervous while your trade is on? Are you glued at your screen looking at your profit and loss changing every second? To know what kind of trader you really are, just try to paper trade with one of the trading styles for a week and record your emotions as long as the trade was on. And then repeat the same with real money and see if anything changes in your behavior. After this exercise, once you know your preferred trading style, just stick to it for next few months before you explore other kind of trading. The golden rule of trading is to have a complete trade plan in place before you enter the trade. By that, I mean you should know your precise entry, exit, stop loss, position size, any trade adjustments needed, and the maximum loss you can take for the day across all your trades, etc. Luckily, in options, you always have a choice to adjust your position a little and minimize your losses, or even come out with a little profit, even if the trade goes against you. However, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a plan for trading options or equities. In fact, you should always be very clear on everything even before entering any trade. And, believe me, as long as you have a proper plan in place and you stick to it, you have already taken a first big step towards a successful trading career. When I was a beginner in options trading, I really wanted to trade daily no matter what. And, more often than not, I would find myself forcing in to take a trade, even when my rules clearly didn't allow me to. But I will tell myself to take an exception this one time, and then one more time, till it became a very bad habit, costing me more and more losses. Eventually, I decided to take a trading holiday for 6 months to break this loop and come back fresh. So, the single most important lesson I can share from my personal experience is that every time you are trading, you are exposing your hard-earned capital to risk, and overtrading or revenge trading simply magnifies that. If you overtrade, very soon you will feel exhaustion. And then you are just one step away from taking that one fatal trade, which will literally end your trading career. So, when it comes to trading, especially options, less is indeed better. No one can trade every single opportunity the markets present. So just stick to only taking the best trades from your analysis. Even the best traders in the world take intermittent trading holidays to unclutter their mind and come back fresh. So why can't we? Fortunately, one of the good habits I adopted very early on in my trading career was to keep a record of all my trades, simply because I wanted to know how well I was doing. So, I started to note some basic trade parameters while setting up the trade and their eventual trade outcome. However, over time I realized that I needed much more information to know where exactly I was making mistakes. Did I had any particular bias towards long or short trades? Or was I taking similar kind of trade setup more often and losing money on it, etc., etc.? So I made a big list of parameters to record for next 4 months for all my trades. And I would then share this record alongside my observations with my mentors and ask them for their feedback. But even before my mentors could point it out, I myself gained a lot on insights into my trading style and preferences I had for a particular setup, and the changes I needed to do to improve my trading. This entire process helped me significantly to improve my trading by leaps and bounds, and I'm sure it has helped many traders across the globe too. But maintaining your trading record is not only about a list of winning or losing trades or just accuracy. You can't learn anything from it alone. For example, let's say for every trade you take, you record the RSI values, stock trend, and the ADX values when you are entering the trade. Once you have a record of 50 such data points, and you did a detailed analysis, you figured out that you are take a lot more short trades, which are stopping you out but your buy trades are working well for you. Going one layer deep, you figured out that the RSI values were not aligned with trend most of the time, especially your losing trades, and so on and so forth. So, having a record of all your trades, even your confidence level on the trade, will help you improve your trading significantly in a very short amount of time. Since you would be having your own trading information created by yourself, it would be really hard for you to ignore what it is telling you. Unless, well, you are really trading for fun. Out of all the 5 disciplines we have put in place, having a successful trading system is probably the least important of all, but nevertheless it's still an important one. Unfortunately, the main reason why many traders do system hooping is because their trading system has not been tested thoroughly under all market conditions and is not optimized properly. Most people just focus on accuracy of the trading system alone, which is completely wrong. And you will be surprised to know that almost all the fake advertisements on stock trading will boast only about the accuracy of their trading system to lure in poor novice traders. Try asking them more detailed questions and see what do they say. Anyways, coming back, a good trading system is not only about accuracy, but it should have a good balance of risk-reward, return on capital, maximum drawdown, and the overall performance in bear, bull and sideways market condition, and that too across different stocks. In fact, an optimized algo trading system, having an accuracy of 30 to 35% is considered quite good, because it would have ensured that their losses are much smaller. And even in the worst case, they won't lose significant amount of capital, and that they would indeed enjoy bigger profits when the good days come. I think there are few websites which allow you to test your trading system freely with some limitations. Do check it out if you are interested. We can keep defining a lot more rules on risk management, but if you really stick to these 5 rules without fail, I think most of the big trading risks will be taken care of. But again, it never harms to put more checks and balances in place. Here, I have captured some more generic rules for you to adopt, if it makes sense as per your trading plan. Remember, if there is one thing you can't compromise in trading, it is the proper risk management. Just treat trading like how you would manage your own business, and you will automatically do things to protect it from being harmed. With this, we come to the end of our most important session on trading, and I really hope that you liked it. So, thank you for watching the video. Please do rate the content, and feel free to drop in your comments, questions, or any other feedback you may have in the comments section in our website.